I mean, we cooperated 26 times, and I also have to take real issue after spending almost $3,000 of my own money to keep the campground going this summer, for you to say that we kept the campground going as a county. I mean, that was money out of my pocket. I mean, that, and we were following rules, and yes, there was a couple issues, but I mean, we moved, we asked the county to change rules and help out, and it was our own personal money that made it happen. I mean, we've spent thousands of dollars of personal people's money, and I don't know, I'm really sad to hear what you had to say in there.
I'm sorry.
So, I mean, but we could resolve it all with a meeting. I mean, I'd love to have a meeting with you, so if you could ever have a chance. Because I probably have maybe the longest exposure to what happened with the group as anybody involved today. So I'm sort of shaking because I heard a lot of things in there that were really not truthful, you know, with what happened.
I had to walk out. I had to get up and walk out.
Oscar got it. I started crying.
I did. You're upset that people aren't giving you enough credit for doing what you've done? Do you know what? You weren't out there last Tuesday. That was one of the most traumatic things I've ever seen. It reminded me of when our horse barn burned down, and I saw my father run into the burning barn, and I thought he was dying when I was in 3rd grade. That's the emotions that it evoked in me. Having these people that are trying to have a community have everything thrown together and being surrounded by armed deputies, and then taking them out. I had to stop the park rangers and the park staff from rifling through everybody's personal belongings, and you put numbers on the people. Do you realize what that means? To put a number on somebody? Do you know how degrading that is?
Greg, there's a lot of pieces, though. And there
No,
are ways
no,
to-
Andy, with all due respect, Andy, please.
Yeah, we'll just have a conversation, yeah?
Yeah. Please, Andy. But this is what I'm saying, and when I talked to Jeff the other day, we need to have communication, face-to-face communication. When Marcia came out there, she had her sunglasses on. She wouldn't take them off. She accused Maria of being irrational. She was yelling.
Next to the park, she refused to answer my questions, telling me she wouldn't speak to me because I'm not rational. And I want to say, Jim and I and our daughter agree. I'm shaking now, too. This is one of the most traumatic, this shock and awe, 35, 40 sheriff deputies. I don't care what the reason. I don't care all the situation that led to it, which I witnessed as well. Okay, so I have some things to say about that. But to look out our window, and our daughter look out our window, and see 35 deputies, 5 to 10 park rangers surrounding a park every 20 feet, dump trucks dumping their stuff. I'm sorry, but that was uncalled for. There is no reason that it had to happen that way. If leadership, if someone in a leadership position had taken leadership and created a dialogue, you could have had the same outcome with none of that. Okay, it wasn't necessary. And I heard you saying in there, it sounded to me, which is one of the things I feared most, that my neighbors who were forming vigilante groups and doing crazy stuff, that you were responding to them. Well, guess what? That doesn't de-escalate. You respond to that with a commander-aid military shock and awe approach. You're just exacerbating it even more. Okay, our neighbors feel justified. They're more angry than ever. That's not going to dampen that. I saw no leaders take any steps to dampen those neighbors' ridiculous fears. Okay? What? I mean, since when does a commando-raid militaristic shock and awe approach dampen people's hysteria, ridiculous hysteria?
You've got more resources